going through neighborhoods and talking about different topics of real estate. I don't know the brother personally, but I saw some of his clips, and that particular clip I pulled out because he was kind of basically giving you guys an example on how you can find a decent house or a nice house, and it might look all good, but you got to do your research. And that was really the point of that clip is, you got to really be able to find out what's going on up and down that block. What areas are supposed to be getting some money put into them, with how the street lights are looking around there, how the crime rate is looking in the area, the blocks around that block, and just kind of get a feel of what you're going to put your money into. Because all real estate ain't good real estate, even though it may be very affordable. You want to make sure that money is going to be bringing in those dividends and that profit every month. And if you can't rent it, you ain't making no profit. So that brother was, just showing you guys how to basically do your research, find out how the area is. But, Detroit overall is a big city. It's, one of the major metropolitan cities in the country, and you can't just spend your money anywhere. You're going to find pockets that is great, you're going to find pockets that are good, and you're going to find pockets that are bad. Another area comes to mind is Brightmoor. Now, Brightmoor, you can drive through Brightmoor, you might see 2 houses on the whole block. But there are some initiatives going on in Brightmoor where they're building up brand new houses. So it's all about getting out and doing that drive-by, making sure you know what direction that area is going in, so figure out if your investment is pretty much worth taking out the bank and putting in to the city. So that video was it was a little information for you to feed on, if you're thinking about doing some real estate in Detroit. But another video we're going to come with after our break is going to show you more of the growing trend of investors that's buying into the city. So we're going to get into that, talking about the Chinese and all that kind of stuff, and who's doing what and why. So we're going to take this quick little music break. We're going to play one of the most popular tracks that you're going to find out right now. I thought it was fitting because you can't go anywhere without hearing this song being played. It's very popular right now, and also it's a positive vibe. And I like to keep things positive and keep things moving. And so this is something for all generations to enjoy. Check out the video clip. Take this quick little break, and we're going to come back and continue about this Detroit real estate.
My time.
Yo, we back in the building. I know y'all enjoyed that quick little music segment. My man Pharrell's really getting it in with that track, and like I said, you can't go anywhere without hearing that song. So wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. Nothing wrong with being positive, nothing wrong with being happy. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody take that happiness from you. So, I had to give him a big shout out. My kids and wife and everybody just so in love with that track right now. As a matter of fact, I think he just performed it at the Oscars earlier this week. So shouts out to Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. He always on the scene, even if you don't know. He got plenty of work out there. That brother's always working. Don't look like he aging too much either. He's keeping it young. And I ain't mad at him. So, y'all try to be happy, and I'm trying to bring some happiness to you by allowing you to figure out what you really need to be doing out here in this world, this great universe that we got, this unlimited potential and unlimited opportunities. So, find a way to get yourself happy. Find a way to do what you really want to do out here. So, back to this real estate, which is something I really want to do, because real estate is wealth building. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. All the wealthy people own some real estate. Trust me on that. But this real estate situation in Detroit is very lucrative. You can really get out here with a little bit of money and find yourself owning 1, 2, 3 properties. Rather that just be renting, that's flipping. You got to find your niche. I'm not gonna sit and tell you which way to go, but there's definitely more than one way to do it. And the opportunity right now you will never see in your lifetime again, because you can't go to a major city that has all the blue class people who want to live and buy houses for penny on a dollar. And what I mean by penny on a dollar, you can literally buy a house for $1, or you can buy a house for $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 and be pretty much workable, you know, with a little bit of fix up, $10,000 and $15,000 to get you some move-in ready. And the reason I emphasize it so much because you can't go to a major city and buy you a $10,000 house that's ready to move in, you know, or $15,000. You can't do it, you know. Not in that city that's going to have so much growth, you know, and rebound coming. You know, there are some cities that are out there, smaller towns that, you know, don't have the same prosperity that's going to be coming. You don't have big investors that's spending money developing the downtown and the river walks and, you know, the parks and things of that nature, and still be able to buy your house for $5,000, $7,000, or $10,000. When I started doing my real estate investing back in 2001, I would have loved to have been able to buy a house for $10,000 that's move-in ready. In reality, who are investing in Detroit and why. So let's go ahead and go to that video clip and talk about these out-of-town investors.
Ready? Your mic is hot.
And we're back. The All About the Benjamin show. As you can see, you got a European brother there trying to give you guys the ins and outs of what the Chinese are doing and why. And, you know, sometimes I can show you better than I can tell you. So that's why I like to put these video clips in to reiterate my point exact. You know, there is a interest in Detroit, and it's more than the 313 areas outside of Michigan and even outside the country. You know, there are a lot of people viewing Detroit as a gold mine or that next best thing to own and be a part of. You know, you can't buy up New York. You know, you can't go buy up L.A., Chicago. You know, it's already been sold up. But Detroit has a value that a lot of people aren't utilizing and understanding. We have a major, we have waterways that goes right into Detroit. We have an international border with Canada that's right on the other side of the river. You know, we have the mass transit with the trains and planes and boats and the ways to get goods in and out, which the infrastructure has been here for almost 100 years now, starting with Ford Motor Company, you know, doing just that, you know, building railroads and waterways in and importing goods and exporting goods in and out the country and all around the world through them. So Detroit has a very unique situation about it, and if you're trying to do something but you don't quite know what, you know, to put something away for later on, you might want to look into investing in Detroit. I usually come up with a scenario that I put together, and I call it the college plan. And as if I'm gonna go over this real quick. I don't have it in my notes, but I'm pretty sure I can remember. If you were to take a property and say you bought it for $10,000, and you were able to rent that property out for, let's just say $500 a month, which is lowballing, and you did that for 5 years, well, a couple of things is going to happen. For one, $500 a month is $6,000 a year. So $6,000 a year for 5 years is 30 grand that you just raised by pretty much just making sure the house stays maintained. You ain't got to go to work and get it. You know, it's just basically going to keep coming as long as you can keep it rented. Now, you got $30,000 that you just raised without putting in work, without having to go out and earn every day. You put that in the bank or some kind of CD or whatever you say, and earn some interest on it all the while. Well, I'm not even get to the interest part. Another thing you're going to find is that property that's $10,000, 5 years later, it's going to increase in value. And, you know, like I said, Detroit is on the opportunities where you raising anywhere from 18 to 20% value per year. So even if it gets back to a portion of it was back in the day, you're looking at a $50,000 investment from a $10,000 initial investment. So now, if that house is worth 50 grand and you got 30,000 in the bank, you basically just put yourself in a situation where you raised $80,000 from a $10,000 investment in 5 years.